Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly. Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I forgot what the fuck we were doing. Sorry.
2.5 stars, bro.
Yeah, I'm joined by
Erik.
Hey, he's fucking sitting right there.
Hi, guys.
If you're new, you probably don't know who the fuck that is. That's Erik.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
And he doesn't have internet usually, so he just kind of, hangs out in the woods, murdering trees.
Dude,
just
trees are bad, okay? All right, they've tried to kill me several times. They haven't succeeded yet. I'm not gonna say never because, never is like that's forever.
Yeah.
I had to text Kelly that we started so she could comment.
Yeah.
I gotta figure I want to go to YouTube's office and be like, beep bop boop boop beep. Hey, can you guys please make it so that when people start streaming or something, that you could see it, it would pop up.
Maybe actually notify people after or before the stream starts, or as it's starting instead of afterwards. Hey, Kelly.
Kelly is a long-time listener. She has to listen to me all the time, and I talk nonstop most of the time, so she has listened a long time.
All right.
This morning, she was telling me about she was going to write an autobiographical.
Autobiographical.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what she was talking about, but I turned it into where I was saying that Stan, our son, could write an autobiographical song about her. And then she's like, that's not how autobiographies work, stupid. And I was like, shoot, that's totally true.
Damn it. Oh, man. All right, so this week we watched
Transcendence,
directed by Wally Pfister. That's his name. Because it's not P. Pfister, it's Pfister.
Dude, P. Pfister sounds way better.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh, my God.
This guy's name is Wally P. Pfister.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
He doesn't even have to change his name to be in porno.
God damn it, Kelly. Willie Pfister.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. Written by Jack Paglin and starring Johnny Depp, Rebecca Hall, and Morgan Freeman. IMDb synopsis: a scientist's drive for artificial intelligence takes on dangerous implications when his consciousness is uploaded into one such program. So what'd you think?
That movie was, well, I mean, AI is scary.
Yeah.
Because, it's like something that's way more capable than you is always scary.
Yeah.
And I kind of want it to just leave me alone, except for do nice things for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be like a mind slave, but I wouldn't mind super strength.
What if you were like Johnny Depp's character though? If you were like that guy, that'd be like, fuck yeah, let's just do that, right? So then you're not you're the one controlling.
See, here's the thing. I hate telling people what to do if they're that stupid. And when you're the smart as that AI,
but then you don't have to give out the nanobots. You don't have to go out and control anybody. You just have everything else, and then you can make your own body, and you can be this.
Oh yeah, I would totally do that part without the mind control crap. I would definitely be doing that. Because you probably for a while, I would definitely get bored, and there would probably be select people that I would nanobot just to make them do hilarious stuff on TV. Like, imagine if you watched, Donald Trump pick up Bill Cosby over his head, and then
with his tiny hands.
Yeah, with his tiny hands, which you would definitely need super strength for.
Do you think that would fix his tiny hands? Like that's a genetic disorder, and they fix his tiny hands so he has like man hands.
He just pulls his pants out. He's like, "Oh my God, Melania, get in here! We don't need the toy."
Fucking Charlie's uncle is also like, fuck yeah.
Uncle Jack.
Yeah, Uncle Jack.
Wow.
Doesn't need those weird gloves anymore.
Don't look at me. Don't look away. Remember that?
Do you think anybody's ever sent him those weird gloves that Uncle Jack wears?
Definitely.
Because that'd be hilarious.
You know they have.
Yeah.
They definitely have.
God damn it. I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, I mean, this movie is berserk, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
what I was gonna say is, okay, so if you don't take over everybody, then the government doesn't have any reason to come after you, so it's like what the fuck ever, you know?
Oh, I would disable the government.
just
That would be the first thing
Yeah,
I would do.
just end
I would
everything.
I would just be like, you know what? You guys have had a good run. That's enough of that crap. Hey, and then I'd be like, everybody, here's the choice here. I can either take over all your minds like I did to Donald Trump on TV, or you guys can quit being jerks and take care of yourselves without all this government crap.
They're like, check this out. I made it rain, and everything's fixed. I mean, you know, that's pretty sweet, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I would totally do that, except there would be no trees.
All the trees instead
you
of
know
like
what happened
growing
is
out,
I would
it would go in
nano-
reverse and like.
I would nanobot everybody, and they'd just be out there murdering trees.
Yeah. So
Destroy
you wouldn't
them.
just use your nanobots to destroy the trees. You'd actually have humans go and do it.
That would be way better. It'd be like playing Age of Empires HD.
Yeah. Oh man, it would be. It'd be like a fucking
Yeah.
like a
Like a
RTS
sweet
kind of
RTS game.
thing.
I would probably upload someone else's brain in there so I could play video games against them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wouldn't it be great to kill all the hackers in real life though? Like with the nanobots, like that's part of the mouse, and the guy's like, "I'm gonna turn on my hacks because I've got no." Actually, that's totally wrong. Okay, they definitely sound like this. I'm gonna turn on my hacks, guys. I don't have any balls from that accident. That's why I use computer game hacks. Hey, fellas! Oh, look at me! One shot. Oh wait, why's my hand falling? Oh! Oh no!
God damn.
And then he would die. There'd be like every high-pitched man in the whole world has died.
Sorry, Jason.
Well, I don't think he hacks. Then again,
But you
I
said
could
every
definitely.
high-pitched man.
Well, they're all hackers. No, therefore, Jason's a hacker. Jason's a hacker.
Son of a bitch.
We need to go push his ass down.
That motherfucker.
Cut his hand off.
Push him over.
Yeah, push him in the mud and be like, knock it off, hacker.
Stop it. Don't do that anymore.
Don't do that anymore. Hey, Kelly, do we sound okay? The level's coming through all right and everything? I guess
Actually, might be a little low.
that would be impossible for me. All right, hold on. Let me get
No,
excited.
don't get louder. Just stay where you are. Don't be Ricky and Jason.
Hold on. And then, hold on, I've got this really good part of my story, and then I can't tell you. And that's the end of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, of course it looks great. I'm on the screen. Steve's on the screen. Yeah, we got it.
We're the good-looking
good.
group. People of the group. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, definitely 2 out of 5.
Damn it.
I love that statistic move where you just say something that doesn't make any sense. I got to say, Johnny Depp is not as... he needs to lay off the heroin.
Like I said, he still sounds like a fucking... He's just like... Computers.
Yeah.
The whole time in this thing.
He's like...
He sounds super creepy when he's a robot, too. He's like, yeah, I made all this stuff for you. You like this stuff? It's just
I like it when you take your top
yeah,
off.
just do all that stuff for me.
Yeah.
It's really cool, right? You like
I
it?
was expecting him to have all of his little drones just run over there and hold her down and then nanobot her. Or put it in her water. Cosby her. He'd do the
it's like-
computer Cosby.
At that point, like, he's... The nanobots have spread...
Everywhere.
It looked like across the globe. Like,
it
everywhere.
almost looks to me like they kind of got out of control. Like, he was like, oh, shit, this is a little too much.
Well, what he did, but he was doing what he wanted to do. He was healing the earth or whatever. So it was like, it was what he wanted to do. I don't think they got out of control, but I think at that point you're not going to drink water without nanobots in it. It's everywhere, unless you've got like a fucking even in.
Well, that's why Rick wanted to leave the corncob planet. So yeah, you shouldn't drink the water.
Could you turn into a corn cob?
I mean, he told him don't touch anything, and there's
Yeah.
little corncob molecules. You don't want to be the corncob head guy. Could you imagine that if you're sitting there and you just mutate into a corncob head?
And I hate corn, so
I love corn. I would eat myself all the time. I'd be over there like, oh yeah.
I will eat some popped corn if yeah.
Then you'd be breaking it off of my head and then just pop, 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 pop.
But it would just be like one pop. If I just broke one kernel off, it'd be one pop.
Could you imagine getting one of those stuck in your teeth? Fuck that shit.
Be like your whole mouth is a fucking
Your
weird
fucking
kernel
mouth
thing.
would break off.
Yeah.
Your tooth would just get up and be like, fuck you, and then just leave. But then you could use the nanobots to turn it into great big teeth that you could then I want superpowers, man. Where the hell is the robots with the superpowers?
Why didn't they use EMPs on them? Like, wouldn't an EMP, because it's not big enough to shield itself, so wouldn't an EMP break the nanobots?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just EMP the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, you could just literally nuke it, and then that'd be the end of that. Tell them, hey, dipshit, we've got one headed right at you.
We're just like, yeah, we gotta do all this shit. We gotta get this virus into there. So let's sacrifice this one person for it. Oh wait, we have these things called EMPs that we could totally use. I saw them use it in Ocean's 12, I think. It was like the second one, right?
What?
Which one did they?
I don't remember. I think you're right though.
Yeah, they used the fucking.
Yeah, didn't they knock down power on accident too much?
Yeah, it was just like it busted everything and stuff. So it was like they just do that, and all the nanobots in everybody's body, they die. But it looked like after all the shit they fixed seemed to like go back when they broke everything. Like the blind guy became blind again, which doesn't make any sense.
No, that makes no sense.
Because if they fixed it, it's fixed.
The nanobots, you know what they did, dude?
Or
they took their ball and then they just were like, "Fuck you, I'm going home."
Oh, they broke everything while they were dying.
They're like, "I'm dying. All right, reverse this."
Because the guy in the wheelchair also was like, "Ah."
Did
like,
that one guy
over.
get all beat up again? And then the guys have holes show up in them again.
Well, like when they put him in the Faraday cage and they were trying to get the information out, or like the nanobot things, he was like dying again, like because he wasn't networked. It didn't make any fucking sense. It's like they fixed it already. Why the fuck are they dying?
That movie, there's a lot about it that didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, they don't want to have real science or anything in there. I mean, the one thing, like I've been listening to a lot of these AI guys on interview shows and stuff, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, we've got 97% accuracy driving like a truck down the road," and you think, wait a second, that 3% inaccuracy, that's kind of a lot.
But how much inaccuracy does a human have, though? Like over a certain amount of time, how much does that have? Because I feel like it's also up there.
I don't know. I mean, okay, so like a person can recognize another person in a crowd of people from like basically as far away just by like some weird little things, right?
Yeah.
Robots can't do that. AI can't. They just the technology's not there yet. So like I was looking at this thing and this guy held up a picture of a person, and the screen totally thought it was a person. Then he had some weird like design that he put in front of himself, and it just ignored him.
I've seen that thing.
He could just walk out in front of the thing and it would hammer him. Well, guess what? That's 100% inaccuracy in that situation.
But I've also seen where, like...
Wouldn't that be funny, though? You're just standing there and you get a sign that goes, "I'm not a real person, I'm a cardboard cutout."
Yeah.
And then just step in front of the truck and the guy's like, "Well, it's a cardboard cutout."
But I've also seen, like, AI things with surveillance, like being able to recognize people by their gait. So, I mean...
And heartbeat and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff there.
So it's like, I don't know. It's just...
I kind of wonder if they're telling us, like, bullshit. I mean, all right, so we've all done stuff where you do something. Let's say you get 5, right? That's what the end result. But there's people like me who's going to be like, "Yeah, I totally got 9.5.
Yeah.
Or, no, I got 55. Just completely ridiculous. And then you get other people who are like, "Well, I got like 2.5 or 3 somewhere, like 1.
Yeah.
And that's the two different outlooks. So you definitely have AI guys who are like, "No, I got 17,000. It was so easy."
Well, I mean, we got Elon Musk with his Neuralink thing going. It's the reason I chose this, because the whole putting the probes into the brain and all that shit, and then being able to control computers with your brain and shit like that, and in the future downloading the brain.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's the thought.
I don't want to have that 6th day moment though, where I'm dying and then I look over and see myself starting to walk around and I'm like, "Son of a bitch, it's not me. God damn it." Like I want him to knock me out and then just die and then have my other consciousness wake up. I mean, because it's duplicating it. It's not like moving it.
But we were talking about like how Elon Musk has to be from the future. He's doing all this crazy shit where he's getting ready to go to Mars. Yeah. But we were talking like, okay, so he's getting SpaceX ready so he can just start transporting people there, or transporting himself at least there. But my thought is it's easier to transport data or like,
hard drives
and shit like that. in a ship than it is because you can go faster. You don't have to worry about oxygen. You don't have to worry about food or anything like that. So you just transport a bunch of fucking hard drives with everybody's consciousness on it. Send it to Mars and find out how to make robots that can move like us or clone us. I don't know what the fuck he's going for. Maybe this crazy nanobot shit. That'll be the next thing. He'll come up with some robot company that's making fucking crazy robot shit. That's why he's making all the tunnels with the fucking the hyperloop shit. It's not that far down though, but it's to protect us from whatever the fuck crazy shit's gonna hit the planet.
Yeah, I kind of wonder about that because he's got like every escape plan known to man. It's like,
he's an evil genius that's getting it all ready, and then he's gonna unveil his evil plan. And then if when the superhero comes in and tries to take him out, he's like, ha ha ha, and hits a button and flies off in his hyperloop thing.
I'm on Mars, bitch.
He does that to the fucking rocket and then gets inside of it, and it's just a pod shoots right up into the rocket. He doesn't have to get out of it.
Fucking Homelander's like, I don't want to go that far. Yeah. Fuck that. Oh man, that'd be fucked. I don't think he's an evil genius because he could have just killed us all.
True.
He's kind of in trouble right now because he wants to use nuclear fusion rockets instead of, those shitty chemical ones.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've heard like a scientist, I think his name's Stanton Friedman or something. He says that they had working nuclear rockets in like the 80s, but, they make radiation and stuff. So they're like, I don't really want to do that. Accident. But my thing is like, just get a you need like a container box, right? And then you need enough container boxes filled with lead around it, and then you just put the rocket on the other end. And then you can like fly through space in a shitload of lead with a in a container box. And a solar panel and a computer game inside.
Lead's super heavy though, like it's
like but once you get it going,
then you can't stop it.
Yeah.
There's still the fact that you have to stop it at the other end.
I mean, it's tough. Not really.
No.
He just jumps out.
Fucking gets really hot and just starts melting on you. And you're like, ah.
Now, re-entry would suck with lead stuff because that shit would be, fucking liquid.
Why are the walls melting? Am I high as fuck or is there something wrong?
Beep, beep. Oh, what's the panel say? Why is it all melty? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Quick, pull the ice cream chute.
That's the thing you want to hear from the fucking astronaut. Why is it all melty?
Yeah, I don't know. The technical guy's like, I don't know. I'm high on pot right now, buddy. What? It's my day off. I don't know what to tell you. God, that would suck, though, wouldn't it? Have 6 months of no day off, being scared as fuck in outer space.
Yeah. I was reading some shit on when the Soviet Union fell. And there was still the Mir space station up there. So there was a guy who went up there during the Soviet Union. He was up there for like a year, I think, or almost a year. And then the Soviet Union fell. They had already sent supplies up, but he was basically there while they were trying to figure everything out. Nobody could come up and get him because they're, the countries that I think the Ukraine is where they were firing the rockets off or something like that.
Oh my God.
And since everything had split off, the Ukraine had to make a new government. In that interim, he's still stuck up in space. Like, what the fuck's gonna go on? And then he comes back, and he comes back to a country he has no idea what the fuck it is anymore.
He broke
crazy.
It.
Yeah.
He comes back. Well, you fucking broke it when you were up in space, man. I don't know what you did.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's like a folk tale about a lost Russian attempt at the moon that failed. And they just covered it up. Like they launched a rocket and they lost control of it or something. And then it failed. So they may have even missed the moon. And I remember I always thought about that. Like, how fucking awful would that be where you and your comrades are flying through space and you're like, shit, the controls don't work. And then you're like, dang it, I wish we'd pay our workers more.
Yeah.
and then you can't fix it because some guy broke it. And then you're just like hurtling off through space, And then you land on Earth, and there's all these like monkeys that can talk and stuff.
Oh, and then you end up on Planet of the Apes, huh?
And then, but you show up right after Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
And then they can't understand your Russian talk, so then they're just like, these guys are just speaking gibberish.
God damn it. Let's see. Yeah. Guy's name was Sergei Krikalev. And he had a total time in space of 803 days. I don't think that was this incident.
Fuck that.
But that was over 6 space flights.
What would you even do up there?
I don't think there's a whole lot to do.
Hi, Tammy.
And then who do you talk to also? Like, if there's nobody at mission control on your thing, like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, you don't even have anybody to discuss anything with. Just like everything's going to shit down there. It was Kazakhstan that was where they were launching rockets from.
Well, no wonder they were veering off. That's where Borat's from.
My wife.
Yeah. Borat's like, I installed the flight panels, my wife. And then, God, that would suck, though. Being in space, no control. Space is so freaking big, too.
Yeah.
They need to figure out some better way.
Some better way to have space?
Well, yeah, like, make it smaller or figure out some better technology, like some warp stuff.
You need to shrink it down.
Warp would be cool. I was thinking about that. If you can actually just compress the space in front of you and then expand it behind you, maybe you could just warp it around you. And then you wouldn't even have to worry about running into stuff.
I mean, isn't that like what a Star Trek warp thing does? Like
I don't know.
Like a warp bubble?
I don't know. It doesn't make any
pushes you
sense in the
along?
show because if you're in warp and somebody shoots at you, it's going to go around you then.
But they're both in warp, man.
Yeah. But, in the second Star Trek Into Darkness, that one guy figured out how to shoot at people in warp.
Well, they made a big point in that show to be like, yeah, we're in our own pocket dimension when we warp and all that stuff. And then they're fighting against the Borg and they're going warp 9 and the Borg are going 9 whatever and they're firing at each other. And it's like, what?
Well, I mean, it's not, but they're not actually in a pocket dimension.
No.
They're they're just in a weird space-time thingy. It makes no sense. According to Bob Lazar, that's how the alien spacecrafts in SR4 work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope. This is my hope, is that the government isn't taking this shit serious. No. This is even better. The guy who actually knows that it's there, he is on the toilet. He's stuck on the toilet. He can't get away, right?
This whole time?
This whole time, he's got really bad hemorrhoids. You know what happened? His hemorrhoid fell out. It's hooked him to the toilet. He can't get off of it. And he can't lose face because he's the alien guy. He doesn't want to be
Well, his phone died.
Yeah, his phone died, right? So he's stuck to the toilet. So he's been trying to call. He's frantically trying to charge it. He's shaking it, rubbing it. He's like, man, I got to get a hold of him and get him to get rid of this fucking thing. They're going to leave it there. And then they break in, right, September 20th, and then somebody flies out one of the fucking spaceships. I mean, realistically, if they're actually doing it the way that guy said, where there's teams of 2 guys looking at something nobody could possibly understand without a big group,
Everybody else would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, they should just be like, hey, guys, this is the thing, and put it on the internet, and 3 days later, somebody will figure it out.
Yeah.
Some nerd will be like, so obvious, these idiots.
And it'll be because some sci-fi series that he's read or watched is
That's exactly
totally
right.
had everything correct.
He's gonna have the Star Trek symbol tattooed on his chest right here, and he's gonna have plastic surgery Vulcan ears on there. He's gonna be like
Vulcan eyebrows.
Live long and prosper. This is how it works. You're so illogical.
Oh man.
You're not a Vulcan. Shut the fuck up.
He's gonna have a 7 and 9 blow-up doll in his back of his fucking room.
I hope Sergei Krikalev had one of those things in the fucking spaceship for 700 fucking
that
days.
That fucking space station had to be so messy.
Oh god.
When Mir came down, whoever found the remains are like, yeah, that's gross.
How did they get this many potatoes in here?
Fucking
That's a lot of potato chips.
Like black lighting it.
Yeah.
It's like
that's a lot of perspiration, I think.
Star-Lord's ship. He's like, if you had a black light, man, this thing would glow from everywhere.
Ooh. Especially with fucking Rocket in there.
Yeah.
You know that guy's one of them, nobody's looking.
Well, he's an animal, so it goes inside of him too. So he's super flexible. He's just licking himself, dude.
Oh.
I had to do something. I was trying to get you grossed out on the first one. It didn't work, so I went with the other one.
That's so gross.
And then Groot's like, I am Groot.
Yeah, he's over there like. He's getting a little twig growing up right here.
Fucking tiny Groot.
That's a weird ass thing. Then he shoots off spores of Groot.
You know, that's not. I'm pretty sure that's not how a Faraday cage works either. I'm almost positive it has to be completely around you, otherwise the signal gets through.
That's right.
You can't
And
just put something over the top of it.
well, you're actually supposed to have like a stainless, like steel, and then for the magnet part,
Yeah.
and then you put the copper for the electrical part.
Yeah, instead of having a trellis that you just put some copper over the top of and go, yep, Faraday cage is good.
Yeah, it's a one direction Faraday cage because there's
Signals
no
only
way
come
there's
from
a
space.
tower over there or over there. All on the ground here. They're only from space.
They only come straight down, and we have these cool nanobot things that are making all the stuff in here. Plus, that's the other thing. Why are the nanobots working there, but they didn't work when they were in a Faraday cage in the other place? When did you watch the very end where the water
I
droplet
did.
hits the flower, it
That
opens up, but earlier they've shown that the Faraday cage blocks whatever signal's doing it, so it shouldn't fix the flower anymore at that point. They should just be inert.
But what if it figured out how to move on its own? That's even scarier.
Yeah.
I mean, one guy redirecting it's one thing, but if you just get the Shut up! I'm not gonna take you for ice cream tomorrow. Friggin' dogs. We have a pack of dogs next to us. The Bumpuses moved in next door.
Oh man!
All their smelly hounds. They ate Steve's turkey.
love that
Goddamn
I
Bumpuses!
love that turkey.
Yeah. That'd be so shitty. I'd be more mad. Like, could you imagine if they pulled a big pot of macaroni and cheese? Oh wait, you don't like macaroni and cheese.
I wouldn't give a shit then.
Okay, a pizza.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "I'll kill you, goddamn Bumpuses!" I mean, it's so scary though. The AI, they could do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
If it was that much smarter than you, it'd be like you're a little kid, an infant, and it's like an actual adult.
Well, it's like that show we've been watching, the Boys, just came out, guys. I should watch that. Where that's basically what we are to these fucking super people. Is they can do whatever the fuck they want. You got dudes who can run super fast and just run through people. That's like, what
scary,
the fuck?
man.
You got nothing to do.
That guy's brain would work so good too.
Yeah.
But clearly, judging from that thing, it did not work good.
No.
It didn't work good at all. That guy was dumb as fuck.
Yeah, that's yeah. You would think you should be faster, right? Like you should be able to read fast. It'd be like the Flash. If you ever watched the
You
Flash
should
TV
be
show.
able to have, because here's the thing. Like, imagine your brain works the same speed as it does now, but then you could run 1,000 miles
There's
an
no
hour.
fucking way I'd run through everything.
You would just run into everything until you so this is what you do. You'd be like, super fast, blam, I broke something.
If my
Okay.
body wasn't impervious
Yeah,
to
I
like
know.
running into stuff, then I would be dead in the first. I would be the one splattered across the car.
Yeah, you just run into a tree at 1,000 miles an hour and explode.
Yeah.
And then be like, that didn't work out. Shit, imagine my reflexes. If I got super speed, even if my brain sped up that much, I'd be like running along, and then I'd be like, where'd my foot go? Shit. Turned out I ran a whole mile without my foot. Because that's how slow my brain is at signaling.
So we're talking about pizza, and CC's Pizza, someplace, has a contest or challenge. 28-inch pizza in an hour, and you get $500. Me and you could finish a fucking 28-inch pizza with no problem.
No problem, dude.
In an hour. And
Is
it's probably
super dough heavy or so? It doesn't look it.
like it. Like,
Dude,
that's
you
the
watched
thing.
me eat an entire fucking. How big was that? Hey, Kelly, how big was that pizza that we bought? What is it called? The Celestino's. That's 28 inches at least.
So you have 1 hour to eat a 28-inch one-topping pizza. You will each be given a 32-ounce drink. You
Is
have
this
to
here?
I don't know where the fuck this is.
We got to do it.
You have to eat the whole pizza, crust and all. There are no trips to the restroom, and you have to hold it all down until at least 2 minutes after you finish.
That's where they
It
get
costs
you.
$50, so $25 a piece. We can win $250 a piece.
Yeah,
if we
I
do
won't
it.
have to. I mean, I won't have to eat for like 2 or 3 days.
You'd be in a coma because of all the fucking carbs.
I mean, my main thing would be making sure that I, went to the bathroom ahead of time, because I know for a fact I'd be like a quarter of the way through it and be like, Steve, we're gonna have to try this again. He'd be like, what? I got to shit real bad.
This is in Texas.
In Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably won't care if I shit in the back then. It's not to the
Damn it.
bathroom, dude. Just Steve, Help me slide the table out here.
I can't
We'll just
eat
cartman it.
I can't eat if it's like that.
We'll just cartman it.
Oh,
I'll just be like, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it until you start scarfing. Right there, bathroom.
God damn it. Fuck.
Be like, good thing we didn't get sausage pizza, right?
God damn it. Fucking disgusting. Oh, fuck.
What kind would you get? Obviously pepperoni, right?
Yeah.
Wait, they put cheese on it though too.
Yeah.
It's one topping and cheese.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. At least until afterwards when I have to throw up. But I just hold it in for 2 minutes.
You're like, all right. 120 seconds. Here we go. Oh, God. Ooh.
Okay, actually, we're going to have to hit one of these places that don't have a winner, apparently. These guys beat it in 11 minutes.
What? Nice.
This guy is 7 minutes.
Oh, no. There's 2 winners there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, yeah.
We
can
can
go
do
back
it
to
again.
So what's the closest one?
San Antonio
Yeah.
or Houston. One of those 2. I don't know.
Let's say one of the ones that haven't won yet.
I can't do drives.
Yeah.
Dude, we could go to Cincinnati. There's a show there, Cincinnati WKRP. It was back in. We could just time travel back to there.
Yeah, back in
and then
time.
just live our life there for a while.
Back in time.
That'd be cool. I want to go back in time. Fuck that. I want superpowers.
You get superpowers if you get the nanobots.
Well, that guy won't give me the nanobots because nobody will pull the trigger. God, could you imagine if it was like, all right, so the guy's consciousness that ends up being the main robot,
Yeah.
that's so scary. The vast difference. All right, so like, all right, you got Ricky AI, okay? Just, I don't know. It's not going to be terrible. It's not going to be the worst thing, right?
Yeah.
You get Jason as the AI. That's going to be a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people with flat tires. Okay? You get Kelly as the AI. Shit's probably going to be pretty nice. She's not going to be like murdering people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know? Well, there's going to be a specific type of woman that would definitely get murdered. But other than that, everybody'd be fine.
Oh, man.
You know? And then you get like, you know, what the fuck would happen if Trump did it? That'd be scary.
A lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody would turn
Any
into weird
it didn't even matter. Any politician, it would be terrible. Any politician.
That's why it's all like all the talk about like having the government take it over and shit like that. It's like fuck that.
Yeah, that's even worse. Well, here what we've decided is like they burn everyone's house down in paradise, right? And then the government's answer to that is, well, we're going to make it so you can't park your trailer on your own property, you can't live on your own property, and the one grabbing on my man. She'd have some subconscious problem that would cause all the women to come grabbing after me, and then she'd be like, "You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead."
Oh man.
Then she'd be known as Kelly the Last Woman. That'd be so funny. Eventually, she'd just shoot me up in a rocket. Well, the one thing I will say is that the AI is not going to kill us all.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's like a crap load of work. They're about efficiency. You know what's easier? Do exactly what you said, where they load themselves up into a spaceship and then just... Kelly goes, I like that. Anyway, so they just fly off.
But like this AI, based on a human mind and all that stuff, it's not that hard for him to just kill people off. Like it take.
Well, that's because that's what people do. We're like gross little monkeys.
Yeah. It would take nothing for this guy to just
it's still
use
a lot
the
of work,
nanobots
though.
to kill you.
It's still a lot of work.
I don't know. They just fucking eat through your body.
Why wouldn't he just go somewhere else? You could go onto the moon, for Christ's sakes, and there's not even any shitty atmosphere to worry about.
But at that point, he wasn't able to. He had his big data center that he had to keep intact.
Oh, that's true.
So he didn't have anywhere. He wasn't like, spread across everything.
Well, he should have been.
Yeah, I imagine he probably would have at one point. Or if
that's what he should have done. Was just loaded him up, like called up Tesla and been like, "Hey, I need you to SpaceX me a whole shitload of stuff out into space," and then had rocket parts, and just put them out there, and then put all that crap in there and flown it off onto Mars, or Venus would be terrible. Does he really need
to have that though? Because he was just building shit out of nanobots at that point. He was building those like solar arrays out of nanobots. When they got blown up, they just came back together.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's like self-repairing material.
That's scary though.
Yeah.
I don't like things that you can't break.
Yeah. I still say they could have broke him if they used some fucking EMP.
Of course.
They're just, yeah.
No. I was watching this TV show, and I think it's a documentary, right? And Matthew Broderick, when he was like 18, he just challenged. He just caused this this big robot to play against itself in some like checkers or tic-tac-toe or something, and then it discovered that it really can't win. The only way to win is to not try, which doesn't make any sense. But that's what they should have done with this guy.
So we're talking about the War Games documentary.
That's right, yeah. I mean, he saved everyone. I don't know why he's not more of a big deal.
Yeah. It's because he married Sarah Jessica Parker, right?
They're like, there's no hope for this guy. Yeah. What the fuck is he doing?
Screwed that one up.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
That guy isn't doing anything anymore, is he?
Well, I mean, he was kind of more of a kid actor, you know?
Yeah.
Like
he was in that Godzilla movie.
It seems like we've seen him. Oh, yeah. Didn't we just see him in a movie? And he was not that great in it? Well, I mean, he is what he is. He's all right.
Let's see. He was in Trainwreck.
Well, yeah, Kelly does bring up a good point. Like, so there's this documentary about his day off.
Yeah.
And apparently he stole a car.
Mm-hmm.
And he illegally got himself into a restaurant and a baseball game. The guy's a turd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's rich, too. Why is he trying to game people? Then he had Charlie Sheen arrested. You know what happened?
Sheen in that movie?
Yeah. He's somebody's boyfriend.
Man, I don't...
He's only in it for like a second. He's in the thing.
It's probably... fuck, man. It's been a long time since I watched that movie.
Yeah, he looks pretty young in it. It's so weird looking at him young because now he looks like he's the crypt keeper. He's just like, man. Today on Tales from the Crypt.
Meth is a hell of a drug, man.
Meth is a hell of a drug. I want to see I want to see Emilio Estevez's true stories.
What the hell's that guy doing now? The last thing Matthew Broderick was in a TV series. Well, he hasn't actually showed yet, but a TV series called Daybreak. Don't know what it is. Looks like it's an animated series.
Do you think all these big actors like blow all their money so they have to work?
Some of them do. I think some of them, like, that's probably why some of the guys you don't see anymore, because they did all right with their money.
Like, Rick Moranis wasn't off buying hookers.
No, he did pretty good, I think. And he only recently started doing anything, right?
Yeah. Because he's a solid dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Emilio Estevez has been in a little bit. Like, he had a break at 2012. 2018, he was in a movie called The Public.
Who's that? Rick Moranis?
No, Emilio Estevez.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not doing that dude, you wouldn't believe how tall he is. He's a teeny tiny little guy.
Is that why he's always in kid movies?
Yeah. He's like, there's like little kids taller than that kid.
5'7"?
What the okay, I thought he was shorter than that. 5'7"'s pretty short though. Is his dad 5'7"?
His dad is 5'7".
Oh shit, so that shit's genetic? Sorry, Stan.
But you have a lot of tall people in your family, though, too. So.
Yeah, I'm the shortest Anderson in like 100 generations, I think.
Oh, man.
I've got a head of a 6'4" person. I had to wear my dad's hard hat the other day, and it's like, what the hell? How does a guy that's 6'4" have a little dinky head like this?
You're wearing a hard hat, yarmulke kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I had to cut down a couple of trees by hand, and, you got to have a hard hat by law. I don't need it. Although I don't want to
falls and breaks.
I don't want to lose an ear though. I don't care how tough my skull is.
But if you have the nanobots, they'd rebuild your ear.
Yeah, I can't get the ear or the nanobots because the goddamn people won't make it.
But if you had
that guy,
if you had no ear, then you could go and maybe get it done, right?
You know what they need to do? They need to have Joe Rogan be the guy that's based off of. Everybody will just get high and be nice to each other. Because that's what he'll be like. Hey, do jiu-jitsu and be nice and get high. All right? That's it. And then you'd have to listen to Joey Diaz shit all the time talking about balls and stuff.
Rick Moranis was in a TV show called The Goldbergs as Dark Helmet.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool that he did that. We were watching that Shazam movie, and there's this part where there's another superhero, and the guy, I guess the actor, was like, "I'm not gonna be that guy anymore," and then he actually didn't show up in this movie.
He actually didn't show up?
He wasn't there. What the hell kind of a turd guy would do that?
Did they try to get him in there?
Boy, wouldn't that be sad? I hope that, you know what? If he actually didn't ever get called, I hope he's seen it and was like, "What? Why didn't you call me? Of course I would have done that."
Because I feel like it. No, I don't want to say that because it's still too new. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Leave that to myself.
By the way, at the end, I was really hoping for something like a spoiler for Black Adam or something.
Yeah.
But no.
You get a little bit in the beginning where they're showing like the weird hologram magic thing where they're showing like the one guy.
Yeah, the turd guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of that.
But,
Yeah. It's weird that they announced that before they announced they actually got any real stuff out for the Shazam movie. Like they announced that Black Adam was coming.
I was so pissed off he wasn't the villain.
Yeah.
That was the only part of this movie that I didn't like. Is I'm like, wait, what the hell's Mark Strong doing in this? That doesn't make any sense. Where the hell's The Rock at? Don't try and tell me that Mark Strong is going to turn into The Rock. That's ridiculous. That's not how this magic works. God, could you imagine if that is how it worked and then they actually got The Rock to do it?
This guy played him.
Yeah. That's not the guy.
No. We don't want to spoil it for you guys. It's brand new also, so.
Yeah. It's a guy that's a, DC comic superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only like 2 or 3 people that it could be. And
He's a pretty super dude.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck are we doing?
So what was the deal with having like a 25-year-old girl and the guy, Johnny Depp, who's like 60-something, and they're like a romantic couple, but she's like a scientist or something?
I think both scientists.
I mean, I kind of was hoping that they'd just be like, father and daughter type of a scenario, because that's still a pretty strong relationship, but can they please get away from the 30-year age difference in every goddamn movie? It's so creepy.
She's 82, and Johnny Depp's got to be at least 50 when they made this movie, right? 63. So 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a crap load. That's literally could be your hit. Well, I mean, knowing that guy, it probably is his daughter.
That's about normal for him, though, too.
Yeah, then again, the one he's had lately was been smashing his head into awards and stuff.
How old is she? She's younger.
So he got his daughter's younger sister.
Yeah.
That's fucked. He doesn't. I mean, I don't know. He's a good actor, kind of.
He's fine in the movies that he plays. He's fine in Tim Burton movies because it's the same character he plays and everything.
He's actually good in The Secret Window.
Yeah.
He's good in that. He doesn't act like Jack Sparrow or any of the Tim Burton things. He's like a guy. That makes sense. And he does okay in the Harry Potter world. What the hell is that called? The Fantastic
Beasts.
I think they should have just kept with...
I think it would have been better with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, me too.
Like, just go back to him. And then he doesn't have to be the same person every time.
Yeah, he can...
They could
it's
literally
polymorph juice, dude. He could have... they should have had him be was Liam Neeson.
Yeah?
I mean, that guy definitely hates muggles.
Oh, man. I'm sure he said something like that on some kind of thing.
Yep. Shush up out there.
Oh, goddamn Liam Neeson's.
Fucking Liam Neeson's. He's a handsome guy.
Have you seen that movie with him in it? That one movie.
Taken?
No.
Nell?
Oh, the fucking movie where he's on a train.
No, I have not seen that. I know which one you're talking about.
The God damn it. I want to call him the Transit, but it's not the Transit. It's the fucking...
Train movie.
Yeah, it's the train movie.
It's basically Under Siege with a train. No, that's not right. It's like Speed with a train. Not really.
Not really. It's kind of like Phone Booth, but in a train.
There you go.
Because there's like a dude who's like on the phone, like a mysterious person, and there's dead people, and then all this stuff. That's how like Phone Booth kind of was, you know.
You know what movie I really hated? Was that one Ryan Reynolds phone movie where he's buried in the thing? And
that one was just fucking I liked it, but I hated it. Like I didn't like the concept.
It's
of
like
it
Up,
because
where
I
you
don't
just
want
want
that
to
to
cut
happen.
part of the movie off.
Yeah.
Where you just want to like. So when I was a kid, we had this VHS of Predator, but right after the part where Arnold falls off into the big thing and the Predator sees him, and then he realizes that the Predator can't see him, the movie quit.
Yeah.
Okay, and for the longest time, I didn't realize that there was any more after the movie. So I thought he just got away.
Yeah.
I didn't know he killed the Predator or kicked its ass. Spoiler alert. For
We
a
talked
fucking
about the movie.
30-year-old movie.
We've talked about.
Anyways,
it on the
I didn't. I had no idea about any of this. So that's what I wanted for Up, was where he would just like start off after the wife died and made you sad and cry and everything. It's like we don't need that.
Well, it's like the beginning of Finding Nemo. There's like you can just start after Nemo's mom dies. So
I'd never seen that movie. You just spoiled it.
Oh, sorry. This is the very first 10 minutes.
So
of the
just fast forward past the 10 minutes and be
Yeah.
like, what is this kid talking about? He's all worried about his mom for
movie.
some
Then
stupid
you
reason.
get all sad.
She's fine. She's at the mall.
Yeah, that's right. She went to go get back of cigarettes. Damn it. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
what the
that's,
fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. It's pretty hot in here.
Yeah.
As you can
sucks.
probably tell by the glisten coming off of my face.
It's I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It is 91 degrees right now in this room.
And it's probably like 90% humidity right now.
I don't have a
It's
barometer in
very humid.
here. Give you a humidity reading.
Thank you very much.
That is what gives you a humidity reading, right? Barometer? No, that's
A
air pressure.
humidifier.
Yeah, because a barometer gives you air pressure, huh?
I don't know. I know it's not an altimeter or a temperature gauge. So there you go. I think no. Yeah, I think you're right about the barometer.
Hygrometers.
Is that a real word?
That's the first time I've ever heard
That's
of that word.
bullshit. Somebody made that up. Google's full of shit. Do you ever do that where you type in something in Google and you're like, you're full of shit?
Well, I was going to say if it was a Wikipedia link, the dogs have spoken.
They are running people away from our place at a
Like
record rate.
did I say it earlier? Somebody has got to be fucking like freaking out. People who walk by the house and get barked at by my dog.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is all these other dogs doing
Why does
now?
this guy have all these dogs now? Oh, we were thinking of breaking in and robbing them. Good luck with that. It's like they break in and they're like, what? Oh, shit, there's nothing here.
There's
God
nothing good.
damn it.
Take the ginger in the back.
That's mean. You wouldn't do that to Ricky.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Just give him Jason's address. I
Yeah.
promise he's got some good stuff in there. But he's got a key. He hides it up his butt. You gotta get the
You
key.
gotta
out.
get in there.
Gotta get in there. Some guy
It's really
walks
far
in,
up there, too.
and the guy just like, imagine that. He's sitting there, probably in his underwear, playing fucking Tomb Raider, and the guy kicks the door down and goes, pull those panties off, and he's like, what?
It's not even a fucking glove. It's one of those bags they put on when they're like checking a cow.
It's a fucking Wonder Bread bag. It's a fucking Wonder Bread
man.
bag, dude. Even worse, it's a fucking paper in and out bag.
Yeah.
It's all greasy.
It's a Jersey Mike's bag.
Oh,
so it's
shit,
longer.
dude. And he's like, what the hell are you doing with that, dude?
Good.
I can't even imagine that shit. Fuck.
I'm sure the internet has stuff on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this movie had a lot of advantages. What the fuck am I trying to
That's the
say?
issue. That guy would have downloaded the whole internet. He would have just been looking at porn the whole time.
Why wouldn't he have just made Superman?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did. Maybe he couldn't figure out how to make people fly yet. They could make them jump really good, but they couldn't fly yet.
But you just make, I mean, if he's got all those nanobots, just make a bunch of people and have him mob the guy.
yeah.
Here's the thing, though, right? The whole premise of the movie with the bad guys is that, oh, that's not him. that's some other guy. That's
Yeah.
Dave. That's not Will Castor. That's Dave, his twin brother. Okay, or some whatever. It turns out the guy basically sacrificed himself for this girl, which means
It was totally him.
it was him the whole fucking time.
Also, just everything he was doing with the nanobots, he was doing exactly what she wanted to do, which he said that's what he was going to do.
Yeah.
He was doing it all, like all the stuff he was doing with the computer stuff was for her. You know, she wanted to cure the planet with, robots and AI and stuff.
Well,
That's exactly
leave
what
it
he
to
did.
some ding-dong Silicon Valley person to, instead of curing everybody's cancer or obesity, diabetes,
Yeah.
or, I don't know, hunger, because there's a significant part of the world that's like where they're going to find their next food,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that nanobots raining fucking... I mean, that's the thing. What the hell's that guy's name? Flint Lockwood. He's a way better inventor, dude. He makes an AI that feeds everybody. They literally had to, like, start killing food to get it to go away because they had too much.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, man.
fucking Flint Lockwood is the bomb, bro.
And then they used the world's worst fucking thing for a doorstop. They shoved that keyboard underneath that. Somebody's gonna fucking trip on that thing. You're gonna get sued because
Yeah.
I'm sure there's still lawyers around.
Oh, definitely.
And then, one of the other ones that I remember seeing. So when they're busting all the terrorist guys, they're running into those internet cafes and stuff like that. And one of the guys has a laptop, and he just snaps it in half like he doesn't want them to get the information off of it. That's not going to stop anybody from getting the information off your laptop. Like, they don't know how to use. They don't know what.
Steve, shush. You're gonna fuck it up for the FBI everywhere.
Because they think that they don't. They think that everybody thinks that if you just break your laptop, nobody can get into it. Nobody can get the hard drive out of it.
I mean, if it's a MacBook, I don't know, can you?
Yeah, true. You're gonna have to go. You have to put court orders and stuff like that to get Apple to help you get into the account.
You gotta call up Tim Apple and
Yeah.
be like, hey, I need you to help me get this thing, and he's gonna go, I don't know who Tim Apple is.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna tell you to fuck off.
Then you're gonna get Tim Robbins from the movie. I just had it and it just left me. Remember that movie? Antitrust.
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
Robbins from Antitrust. Weird, fucking Bill Gates style dude. Oh man.
Why the hell's the internet? You think about that. How many shitty companies right now are internet companies or others? It's like, okay, our luck, right? In this universe, Comcast will be the ones that comes up with the good AI.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, oh yeah, we've decided that you don't need any internet. But we need you to keep paying the $60 a month. It's imperative.
Yeah.
But I need the internet. No, you don't. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
We're
we'll get
working
it
on
out to you soon. Imagine an AI robot that could just make you, like, figure out how to make you happy with whatever. Like, it just baffles you with bullshit. So you call up all pissed off, and then you hang the phone up happy you don't have internet.
Yeah, it's a good thing,
Yeah.
Spend more time with the family.
And then you talk to somebody about it for 2 seconds. You're like, hey, God damn it, they did it again.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That you just gave them ideas. Now the retention company is going to be that, or the retention group is going to be that. Instead of like trying
Copyright
to
2019 Erik Anderson. Start paying me money right now.
because like now they don't even give you the fucking deals on shit anymore. Like, oh, I'm gonna cancel because I don't have my deal anymore. They're like, no, fuck you. All right, see you later.
Suck it. That's
Yeah.
what they say.
So now what they're gonna have is just gonna do that. They're just gonna be like,
You're
well,
like,
don't
you
have
didn't
internet
even use
anymore."
lube. And they're like, wait, did we use lube before? Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to get a hold of Rain Accounting. Somebody really fucked up on that.
Oh man.
Fucking internet companies. Can't they just, like, do the right thing? Why is that so hard? It's like at some point, that's what the scariest thing is. You get those people in charge of an AI. That's way scarier than some guy like Joe Rogan or fucking... I mean, I'd be happier with Pee Wee Herman running the goddamn thing. Then you just have to worry about people cranking it in the movie theaters. The nanobots are just like...
Yeah. How did he get such good Wi-Fi too to be able to control all those nanobots? Are they like all emitting Wi-Fi out at once? Because like he controlled it across the globe.
Wait a second. If he rebuilt the trees, then the trees have Wi-Fi.
There we go.
I'm totally on board with having trees
Yep.
again, because then we can have Wi-Fi in the woods.
But you don't need trees to have Wi-Fi. If you look at the ground all had nanobots in it too.
But if the trees have Wi-Fi, you get better signal.
Because they're higher.
Yeah. Because, I mean, just because they're closer to you on the ground, plus they look nice, but they're, the nanobot trees aren't going to fall over and crush your car. A real tree will, because it's a tricky bastard.
Unless you piss the nanobot god off.
Oh, that'd suck.
If you looked at the wrong porn.
Yeah.
What rating did you guys? What rating did you give this?
4 stars. I thought it was pretty good. It was well made. I mean, I gotta say the cinematography and the digital effects was all great. It was it's definitely an original story, which I you know what? I'm gonna give it 5 stars because it's an original fucking story.
Something you
It's not War Games the reboot. It's not Bill and Ted the reboot. Okay, the only reboot I'm looking forward to is Jay and Silent Bob the reboot because Kevin Smith is a fucking genius. And you know what? That's the guy. Kevin Smith is the guy that we need to have run the AI. I mean, think about what could possibly go wrong with that. He understands cranking it, you know? Well, he had a Fleshlight, what the hell's it called? Sponsorship for years on his podcast. And he talked about using it. So, yeah. I mean, he understands it, right? Then he makes great movies. So could you imagine just wandering around and you're constantly in a Jay and Silent Bob movie? I mean, we're almost in one right now. All I got to do is get you to wear an overcoat and then me not to be so fat. And save more, just find a fucking spot to hang out in front of. Actually, when the world takes a shit, that's probably what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't have any computers anymore or anything like that.
Yep.
When they destroy the nanobots.
Yep.
We'll be hanging out in front of a quick stop.
Yeah, you're going to be trying to move stuff with your mind, and I'm going to be having inappropriate things to say because with no internet, the Me Too movement is over with. So.
Man, we can't stand out in front of a video store, though. It's just going to be a regular quick stop with no video store attached to it. So it'll be...
The video store's going to be back. That's the only thing that might work.
But none of the electronics work anymore.
Oh, yeah, at all?
It didn't look like it.
But VHS tape players in, China would work.
Yeah, you would think, the AI didn't switch over to Chinese...
no, because that's all those poor motherfuckers have in some places. I was reading, last year, that there's countries right now that have the PlayStation 1 as their #1 console. Right now.
Yeah.
I think Brazil is one of them.
I can see that.
So they have VHS players, bro. There's no computer in that.
Damn it.
There's one microchip that's play, mean, circle.
But they said if
Square
anything has a microchip, it has to be
no
destroyed.
Circle. Oh, shit.
So.
That would suck. I wouldn't want that. Nobody's car would work.
Yeah, you're just walking around.
Okay,
bicycles
I gotta say, I really think they made the wrong call.
Yeah.
Why would they? I mean, first of all, it was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's the movie that really shows how stupid human beings are.
What if you had just blown up the data center? If you had just blown the data center up, got in there and blew the whole thing up, would that have worked, or would the nanobots have rebuilt everything in there too? If you took the whole thing out, I feel like he wouldn't have been able to rebuild anything because he wouldn't have had control over the nanobots anymore.
So I don't understand why he didn't just let the Vision die.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, the Vision's obviously jealous because he wants to be the only AI in town. He's even got all this fake clothes on to make him look like a person. What a jerk, dude. He should have just been like, well, there's nothing I can do. She's going to shoot him. We'll upload the virus. I don't even know how. I can't find the button. That would be hilarious seeing an AI be all fucking stupid like that.
But we've seen the Vision fight other AI. He didn't like Voltron. Ultron.
He didn't like Voltron or Ultron or Spider-Man.
Or the Power Rangers.
Then he got into his Gundam robot and just started fucking shit up.
Yeah.
I want the Oasis, man. I just recently re-listened to the fucking Ready Player One.
That's so good.
And I'm like, why can't we have the Oasis? I hate to break it to you, but if when he's taken over you, I'm in the Oasis doing whatever the fuck I want, and he's giving me a solid pump, then I can get all swole without even having to actually exercise. That would be great. Could you imagine how awesome that'd be? You wake up and you're like, man, I'm sore as fuck. Damn, look at this pump, bro.
Oh, man.
All right, man, I'm going to go back and play some more Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I need more of a pump.
God damn it.
You know?
All right, what your choice is next week? What are you choosing?
Oh, it's Kelly's choice.
Well,
she sent me.
Did you have one? Okay.
She sent me the thing. We're picking The Watch, and it's got Moss from IT Crowd and Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn and Jonah Hill.
Movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to keep it alien themed, or technology themed because we're gonna find out about the aliens. You know what? You know what somebody could do to really make a name for themselves as the best like president or whatever politician is just to come clean and be
Tell us
like,
all about aliens.
we totally know about aliens, or this is this. Now, what would be scarier to you, right? We know about aliens. They live here. They can show up and fucking destroy us whenever they want, but they haven't. Or we found some spaceships buried in the dirt. We don't know shit.
Like, okay, so
It's clearly not for a human being, but we found spaceships buried in the dirt for like millions of years. We got no idea, but they work.
which one would we be hearing though?
No, I'm saying, okay, both of them could be the truth.
Okay,
They're going to tell you the truth. Which one would you rather hear?
that they're gonna fuck us up, or we found some spaceships. And
No, that they could fuck you up, but they probably aren't because they haven't so far. Or they just found spaceships, and now we're flying them around.
Do we get to fly them around either way?
Yeah.
Okay, probably the first one. Like,
Yeah, that would be way better.
because it'd be like at least then we know something. You know?
Yeah. Then you know as much as you know.
Yeah.
Would be really scary is if the truth was, we know about aliens. They've got a huge fucking mothership coming. It's going to be here in 145 years. And they're probably going to kill all of us.
We're not preparing. We haven't done anything.
P.S. Spending
Elon-
money on NASA stupid. So
Elon
this is
Musk
what we're
knows
going to do.
about
They
it.
really hate hot weather. So we've been totally fucking up the climate right now.
Oh man, wouldn't that be a motherfucker?
You're welcome. They
We've
show
been trying
up.
to use up all the resources and really fuck up the weather, so they just get here and they're like, "Well, why the fuck are we here?"
Fuck this place,
It
man.
sounds like the science robots that come to fucking science aliens that come to a planet that's like fucking 70%, 90%.
75% of
Yeah.
the surface area that is the water. So.
Yeah, we don't like water, but we're going to this planet. It's got all kinds of water on it.
Water fucking burns my skin like acid. Hey guys, I got a great idea.
What it is, it's a
It's
fucking.
it'd literally be like human beings going, "Hey guys, there's this planet covered 75% in acid,
Yeah.
really bad acid. It's gonna burn the shit out of you. P.S. We're gonna take over it. There's a race there. They drink the acid and they can just slosh it on you. So be careful because we're gonna go in with no protective suits.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have our balls and jangles hanging out.
What it is, it's like a fucking it was a hazing ritual for some sorority, some fraternity, and that's what all those
Sorority
fucking,
could
either
work
way-
too,
either way,
man.
yeah. So it was a hazing thing. That's what those aliens and signs were. They were just like, all right, you got to go to the planet.
That could be it. I want to take over an alien planet in my with no clothes on.
Yeah.
Just show up, be naked. Could you imagine how fucked up that would look to like everybody when they're like, all right, we're going to take a video of why the fuck is everyone naked?
You just better hope those aliens aren't ravenous and the best food on their planet looks like a dick.
Their heads are dick height and
Yeah.
they've got those razor sharp
Just like
fucking
round
Galaxy
mouth that
Quest.
just go brrrr.
You remember the Galaxy Quest fucking little
Yeah.
aliens that looked all cute, but then they had the sharp.
Yeah.
Imagine that. And you're just like, I'm going to kill. Whoa, get away. Oh, shit, get away from me.
Should have put pants on.
Yeah. Then you just have to put some chainmail fucking underwear on and you could just go hog wild in those things. That'd be fucked. I don't want to invade at some other planet either. Wouldn't that be? That's totally something we would do too.
Of course it is. We've done it. We've done it basically on our own planet. We've invaded another land and taken it over.
Well, I mean,
Many
really,
times.
what we need to hope for is that the planet that we do try and take over definitely has skeptics.
Yeah.
Because that way, when we show up and do our landing party, the skeptics will be like, you can't have that. There's no such thing as a spaceship, you idiot. I know you say you seen it. Oh, yeah, you're just drunk. It was some swamp gas. These guys who packed your kid off, that was swamp gas. Because that's the shit that they say.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of being like science is supposed to be, this is my idea about it, right? It's supposed to be like you say stuff that's been proven, but you don't discount anything that hasn't been proven
Yeah.
until you know for sure. Like even James Randi, who fucking hates that kind of nonsense, says that
If you can prove it, I'll give you
he's like,
$1 million or something.
and you know what he also says? He's like, I don't say that there's no possibility of there being a God or not.
Yeah.
He says if there is one, we can't prove it right now.
Yeah.
Scientifically. Wouldn't that be fucked if stuff like psychic shit was just like some weird after effect of being next to a universe or like a dimension where your brains are like slightly entangled and you can kind of see stuff. And that's why it's not 100%.
Yeah.
Because like the Russian you that's looking at the site that you're looking at, right? The place there is a little bit different, so that's why it looks like you're fucked up.
And that's where the Mandela effect comes in.
Yeah. The fucking Mandela effect. Dude. Did you hear that weird fucking noise?
It was a motorcycle.
That was a fucking Mandela effector right there.
All right, we're done. Eric's losing it. It's too hot in here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/HeroicAdventureProductions, twitch.tv/HeroicAdventure, mixer.com/Turketer, twitch.tv/TurketerPlays, and youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions. You can also follow us on Twitter @HAPGaming. You can follow me on Twitter @Turketer. You can follow Eric on Twitter
Quick and Severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter @SugarSnuggles, Jason on Twitter @Unbelievable1, and
forgot my
Ricky on
name.
Twitter @FurryTwitterBalls. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky @HAPGaming.com. Each one of those names individually @HAPGaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions and twitch.tv/TurketerPlays. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join us on Wednesday as I probably continue playing Vampire. I don't know. Maybe something else will come out.
Looks like a cool game.
Yeah, it's not bad. A lot of talking. You just jibber jabber a lot.
Watch out! There's a vampire running around, and he's gonna get your balls.
Yeah, it's like these people.
He shoots you.
They don't try to protect themselves whatsoever.
He shoots you in the nuts.
Well, they leave the doors open at a hospital like crazy too.
Do you realize that if we were playing in the Oasis, you could be a vampire who shoots everybody in the nuts with a grenade launcher?
Wouldn't be any.
That's
okay,
okay,
right? Werewolf.
All right, that's even better. I could see a vampire doing it because that's where all the blood comes out of, but a werewolf doing it, you're like, what are you doing? That'd be badass to be able to run like a werewolf.
Yeah.
Like literally like fucking digitigrade, like just flying across there at like 80 miles an hour. Well, you couldn't do 80. I wonder how fast you could go.
How fast is like a dog?
We need to get you into a werewolf form so we can see how fast you get. Wouldn't that be funny if you're still fucking out of shape?
Yeah, I just lay down, but
You just transform.
well, you know, dogs sleep like 21 hours in the day.
Fuck
right?
it.
So. All right, guys, that's it.
Bye.
Talk to you Wednesday.